Hey everyone! The animals are now scattered and, of course, probably gotta start barking because they're all like playing. Um, I'm just changing some settings here. All right. Okay. Who's the wiener? Flow State's the wiener. Wow. Where is everybody? Flow State really likes those wieners. Hey, Linda, listen, Jessica, country girl. What do you wean? You are just designated the wiener, the lucky wiener. You get just having the title alone is enough of a prize. Oh, geez. I told you this is going to start. There's been a house, like, they're working on a house across the street, and then also catty corner, there's somebody moving, and so there's been a lot of vehicles opening and closing. And I was trying to watch over at Timu's, watching Daisy's, watching her. I mean, but she's so. It wasn't. I don't know. She's lame. So here I am. Yeah, I know. It's constant flow state, constant barking. Hey, Lucy Cat, Yogi. Who else I said hi to? So I've been working on, I guess I can show you guys, well, and it will be, and Nightbot should put it in the chat every once in a while, but here, I'll put it in there. I've been working on a website. A collar? Like what kind? Like a... Let me see, what did I... Oh, yeah. I have it set up as link pop, but actually... No, I need to set up, not link pop. I want to put up that you can get to my website through link pop. But I'm going to add something on Nightbot right now to go directly there. But that's what I've been working on today. And here, let me add it. Check out the Zigsters. That will work for now. Let me see if it works. What is it? A collar that is supposed to keep them from barking or something? Did I... It should be working. It did work. Oh, I need to pull it up on my phone, I guess. That's probably why, because I can't see it on the computer. No, it didn't work. Exclamation website. Or wait. Shit, no. I messed up. I need to also put it on. Oh, shit. Now it should work. Now it should work. Hey, section 2, number 1, Juniper. Hey, Miss Chewy. Okay, so if I click on that, okay, it works. I'll share this screen and show everybody. So yeah, I'm just working on it. That's what I've been working on today, is getting this all set up, and then I started a blog and did a my first entry, and you can add comments at the bottom if you'd like to respond to my daily or weekly entries, however often I post here. And then it has a place for services and products, and then a contact area. Also at the bottom has also link pop, where you can click that and go here and get basically anything you need Ziggy. So yeah, thought it was pretty cool. We'll see how it works out. Hey, 420 Scorpio. Yeah, somebody made that picture for me. Like, I put that website together pretty quickly, so it's just kind of like a rough draft right now, but all those pictures on that website were made by somebody. I don't know if they want me to say. So I was looking up the Brandon Lawson situation, looking up some things about him, because I heard a rumor that he got unsupervised probation. That, yeah, he's on probation for 20 years or whatever, but it's unsupervised. Like, that means he would not have to go in and take drug test. He wouldn't have to go in at all, except to register, because he's a offender now. If he's truly on unsupervised probation, I have a major problem with that. That's insane. And I want to show you guys something else about it, the situation that freaking infuriated me. And he is the sheriff's son of Hawkins County. Here, and I'll show here. He was released yesterday. He already got a sweet deal, like somehow 4 attempts to commit aggravated sexual battery, which already does not make sense to me because he committed sexual battery. So how is that a fucking attempt? It doesn't make sense. He only had to do a year, and he was a trustee. I guess a trustee with a radio, whatever that means. I hear it's like a extra special privilege or whatever. Of course, they put him in a different county. They didn't put him in Hawkins County, where his dad is the sheriff. But I was looking on here to see, right? On here it still says he's incarcerated. Okay, I want to show you guys something else though that's really I also ran into. I want to know if it's unsupervised. If that's what I want to know for sure. If people are telling me like that had updates from different websites and stuff to be informed about if anything changed about his location or his anything to do with the law concerning Brandon Lawson. There was some people who were set up for notifications on it, just earlier on when he got arrested, and somebody was messaging me and telling me that supposedly I haven't seen the screenshot yet of it saying unsupervised probation, but that's insane if he is. Put him in your county. Okay, you guys want to look at this too. This is another thing that's really unreal. They're just hoping, that we just forget about it. They thought, oh, after a year of time, nobody's going to even be thinking about it anymore and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Tanya. Imagine Peace. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, Lori. I haven't seen the actual text yet, Lori, though. So I decided to look up something because I decided to look up his Hawkins County. Like I pull him up on the Hawkins County site. Okay. So I was looking here and I'm like, well, something's missing here. That every other freaking person on this website has, that for some reason Brandon Lawson, the sheriff's son, doesn't have. We have general here at the top, the charges, supposed attorney, documents, and fees. But everybody else has a tab that says hearings. Hearings, like when their court dates are or were. But Brandon Lawson, for some freaking reason, doesn't have that. And to check, all I did was put in the Lawson name. And so I could show you guys go through several of them and show you what I'm talking about here. And you see here, hearings. This one has a hearing, January 2nd, 2015 at 9 a.m. was their hearing. Here's another Lawson. Just going through the list. Oh, look, hearings right here. January 2nd, 2008. Betty Jean. Let's see when her hearings were. 10/23/08. Billy. Hearing. Another Billy. Different Billy. All his hearings. Look at all his hearings he had. Literally going in order. Every single one has hearings. Look, hearings. Hearings. Oh, but here we get to Brandon Lawson. No hearings to see. I wonder why. Could it be because there was no hearings? Well, there was, but it was all kept private. It was not public knowledge like it's supposed to be. That's how our legal system is set up for transparency. Somebody just sent me something to show. Does anybody else like see the problem with this? That's shady. That is not how things are supposed to be done. It seems completely illegal. Oh, please don't tell me I got logged out of my. No. I got logged out of my email somehow. I don't know how that freaking happened. Okay. Anyways, got it fixed here. My Rogersville. After serving 11 months and 29 days in jail, this self-admitted violent child predator is now free in Hawkins County. Well, maybe not Hawk. I don't know. It seems like he's That's another thing too. His address is listed as at the same house he was before he went to jail. The house that he shared with his wife. Please, please don't tell me this woman is staying with this guy after he slept with her daughter since she was how old? They agreed to 4 times, they decided, oh, well, we'll just say you were 14 and older, which I don't know how old she is right now. But that's not really, doesn't seem to really add up because two of the charges said 2018, and that's 5 years ago. Let's say she is 18 now. That means she would be 13 at the time, not 14. But anyways, I heard through a little birdie it actually started at 12 years old. But for some reason, allegedly, but somehow, because if they would have charged him at the 12-year-old age, if they had put, it would have been a much greater charge. There's a specific reason why he was charged with it was like over 13 years of age, I think was what it said. There's no hearings for the public to see the proceedings like transparently to make sure everything's handled fairly. This was all swept underneath the rug. I mean, I would be outraged if I was in Hawkins County. This is not right. I mean, I'm outraged as it is, and I don't even live there. Where is the child now? Well, she's grown, but I heard, I mean, she's adult age now, I hear that she's been staying. I don't know. Last I heard, she was staying out of family members. I mean, I wouldn't say specifically if I knew exactly where, anyways, but because for privacy, because I'm sure it was already difficult for her. I mean, can you imagine like the shit they probably gave her because, to think how scary that would be to know that your grandfather's the sheriff of Hawkins County, Ronnie Lawson, and this man right here has been sleeping with you since you were like pre-teenage secretly. And she thought, I was. Anyways, if his wife took him back, that is absolutely freaking disgusting. I would be ashamed. How could you sleep with a man that slept with your daughter? That's so gross. Ew. You're sleeping with a man who likes prepubescent teens. He's not even attracted to you. He likes them young. That is so gross. No, mom chose Brandon over the daughter, from what I hear, but I don't know. The daughter's the one that had to move out. I hope she came to her senses though, since I heard that, because when he was first getting arrested and things were still at first like going down with his situation last October, that was what those close to the family were saying, that Brandon's wife had chose her husband over her own daughter. And let me tell you this too. Her daughter is not biologically Brandon Lawson's. It's biologically her daughter. But Brandon Lawson adopted this girl as a young child. How can you be sexually attracted to a child you raised from a young age? That is ew. And then to think like how your self-esteem would have to be so low in order to have somebody living with you knowing that I don't know. Let me see what I'm. Somebody's messaging me saying that it's rumored that she is now it's rumored that she is divorcing him. So let's hope that's true, because I mean, no self-respecting woman would ever be with somebody. I mean, how could you take somebody back after such a thing? I mean, that would ruin her relationship with her daughter for the rest of their lives. And he's probably going to do, something similar again, when she could just separate herself from him now and get it over with. He is despicable. He should be in jail. It's ridiculous as hell, but we know why. Yeah. And I want to find out if he's truly on unsupervised probation. It shows who his supposed he's on probation through, I think. And I think it shows his probation officer somewhere on one of these sites. So I'm sure it'd be pretty easy. It's probably a job for Smiley. Smiley is like, she would not mind calling up at the sheriff's office. But I mean, I don't want people bothering them, but this is wrong. You know, I don't want people bothering them at the same time, but this is very wrong. Actually, I think it's worth bothering them. I want to freaking know, is this guy on unsupervised probation? And what good does 20 years probation do if this guy, he doesn't even have to go in and take drug screens or be supervised in any way? The only thing he has to do is stay out of trouble. You know, we all know that Daddy Ronnie's going to make it all be okay. No, there's such thing as unsupervised probation, Chewy. I heard he gets unsupervised. There's supervised and unsupervised. But most always, especially for this type of charge, this almost always you're going to be on supervised probation at first. Like, that's pretty much the standard. You don't go directly out of jail for this kind of sentence and just go to unsupervised probation. That's something you earn with time. It's usually after you like complete all your terms of probation, because a lot of times you have to do classes and stuff, which I'm guessing they probably didn't make him do any type of classes. Included with his probation should be some kind of sex offender classes or something. But, well, I'm guessing he probably didn't have to do it. What do you see? You see something scary? Okay. I'll pick you up. Yeah, of course Ronnie's stepping down. I mean, it all worked out. That's why Ronnie didn't care to help his son in this situation, because like he was going to retire soon anyways. And I mean, look at that. This guy is high as hell on opiates in that picture. Yeah, you still have to pay the probation money, but oh, sorry. I'm sorry. What? I'm just talking to the pup. Fred gets out. Well, I haven't heard from him today, but yesterday we did a live. I think it was yesterday I did a live talking about his plea hearing and what happened there. He ended up having to, somehow, I don't know how he got it mixed up, but he does have to do rehab, which I don't know how that got all screwed up, but he said he was confused and didn't understand, and say he didn't realize till after he signed the plea that he actually does have to do rehab, because he was under the impression he didn't have to. So, but like I said yesterday, it's a good thing anyways, because he was going to go back to Ben Hill Road, and Laura and myself thought that was a horrible idea. And Laura was like, you know, he's going alone, basically, is what she said. And I didn't think it was a good idea, but he's because obviously if he was going to get out this week and go straight to Ben Hill Road, yeah, I don't think that'd be very good. But he's, I guess, in there until they don't give 2 for 1 in Tennessee, I guess, or very rarely. And he gets out December 10th from jail, and then he has to do inpatient rehab. It's long term, so it's at least 6 months. Oops. You think? I don't know. That would be crazy to. Aw. Thank you to the anonymous PayPal. Thank you so much. It said thank you for streaming. Well, thank you for watching, anonymous viewer. Yeah, if you don't want your name said, you could just type "don't say" or something like that. You know. Yeah, I agree, Yogi. Who's live right now? Must be a lot of people live. There's Crazy Crime Critters. I know Timu was live. Okay, Pergerin's live too. I guess I should have checked that out before going. I know, hit the like. I hope he doesn't either, because this is his one chance. He got pretty lucky. It could have been a lot worse for Fred. Oh, Cher's live too? Oh, okay. Well, maybe we'll just stay on and talk for a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. I might go. I've been, like I said, I was working on my website all day today and doing the blog posts. Then, I started talking with somebody about Brandon Lawson, and I looked him up, and I started, and then I saw that why doesn't it have a hearings tab on the Hawkins County website for Brandon Lawson? They're going crazy. Yeah. I think Ronnie Lawson or somebody, a representative from the county or something, should explain what's going on here. Am I wrong, or is this stuff supposed to be transparent? I know, it was very nice of an anonymous viewer. No, it's fine. I can stay on. It's fine. Sometimes, like, some of my smaller streams or sometimes I like it like that, because it's weird when you have a lot of people in your chat. It kind of can make you feel like you have to entertain, you know what I mean? And it can be kind of stressful. Oh, thank you, Candace. Aren't you guys so sweet? You guys can go where you want. I understand they probably have better topics anyways. We do. the Brandon Lawson thing, that's crazy. But I don't know anything more. I guess I'm gonna have to look into this. I wanted to just talk about that real quick to see, so people, you guys a lot of times email me things or send me screenshots of things that you see. Um, and it helps out a lot because I can't be all of these places at once. But with you guys, it's like a team and we work together. I want to know. So if any of you guys see anything about Brandon Lawson and what kind of supervision I want to know if he's on supervised or unsupervised probation. So I'm guessing he didn't have to do any type of house arrest. He just gets out. No type of like, aw. Let me make sure I can say, oh, thank you, Nay, for the Cash App. You're the bestest. Thank you. That one didn't say anonymous, so I hope that was okay. They don't usually type in chat, though. Sometimes. Imagine Pete says exploitation of dearless summer and the enabling of Donwell and Candace should absolutely be legal, in my opinion. What I don't understand, which, I can't talk too much about whether or not somebody should cover missing children or not. I mean, there's because obviously I have, obviously. But there's like this gray area and then there's like a line, Well, it's a gray area. The line's kind of gray area because people don't know when it's exploiting or when it's just covering the story and getting the name out there. But what's really strange, one thing's very for sure or noticeable to me. It's just observation, and I won't even say her name because she'll have a fit, but a certain channel that's live about Summer Wells right now, and I'm not talking about PG because PG's not the one that says she was quitting talking about Summer Wells for, eternity. And then the next day on about Summer Wells. But anyways, when she saw that she wasn't getting any views with, what was the case that she was live? That cow lady was live with, and then she only had like not very many people in her chat, so she ended the live and then went live right after it with Summer Wells in the title. Now that is pretty obvious what you're doing there. But I can look up Fred's court dates and stuff like that. I could look up anybody else. That's public record. Oh, it wasn't Michael Vaughn because you remember she said she was never covering Michael Vaughn again or never putting his face out again. And she did say it hateful. She tried to backpedal on that, but whatever. Anyways. Hey, Sheba. Ash Cash. I think it was Harmy. That story is very interesting, though. I know a lot of you guys tell me, oh, I want you to go live about other cases and stuff too, Justin does that pretty well and he's pretty successful at it. If I started doing it regularly, I could probably be okay at it too, but what sucks is that nobody comes to the lives when you do stuff on cases that people don't know about. or aren't interested in, which I think that's kind of something you have to deal with no matter what, though. If you have to kind of branch out you can't grow your channel if it's just on one topic. I feel like I have every Summer Wells like person subscribed to me, and I feel it's like 99.9% of my following. But thank you, Imagine Peace, by the way, for your super chat. I don't believe, like, it's hard for me to believe, like, a phone call from a year. I would like to see it. And, I mean, I do remember the phone call, kind of remember the phone call, but I don't remember it stating he would be on supervised probation. I just remember him being on probation. If it said supervised, that's great, but I'm hearing from people that he's on unsupervised. So I'm just putting it out there that if anybody sees anything about Brandon Lawson being on unsupervised probation or what type of probation he's on, just let me know. You rather see my butterfly than Brandon Lawson? Yeah, there's something weird too with his arrest as far or his confinement. It seems like he was like, I don't know if he was moved. For some reason I thought he was in Greene County to begin with. Oh, you mean if somebody wants to come up here? Somebody can come up here if they want. Chocolate dipped. That does sound good. Yeah, Granger County. Didn't he start out in Greene County though? Why was I thinking it was Greene County? Oh, aw, Dee Dee, thank you. She sent a PayPal and it says it's like this heart thing, and it says, "Get you some Diet Coke." Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you guys so much. I'm interested in way more than Summer's case. I'm constantly watching true crime. Yeah, eventually we're gonna have to branch out. I'm trying to. You know, a lot of times, actually, I would say our this channel is more of just a chill channel than anything, because how much can you talk about Summer Wells? Like, I mean, we talk about it anytime something comes up, but I can't be like, you know, nothing against Daisy at all on this one. It's her choice, but I don't understand how she goes from not covering, not saying that she wasn't going to cover up Summer Wells anymore, to now every day covering Summer Wells and tagging her. I don't get it. It has been Granger County the whole time. Okay, maybe that's one of those. Well, no, I guess that couldn't be a Mandela effect, or what's it called, Mandela effect, if it's just me believing something. It was nice of Dee Dee. Dee Dee, Imagine Peace, Anonymous. And the other one was my memories. Nene. Now I have the Nene song in my head. No, Nightbot doesn't do that. Not this Nightbot. No, the Lost Boy. What's that about? The Lost Boy documentary. Well, I don't know which one it is. Looks like there's a lot of shows called The Lost Boy, come to find out when you Google it. A worldwide pedo ring bust. I've never seen one, Imagine Peace. I'm curious too. And also, that's another thing. Didn't Daisy have a live the other day that said, or somebody was showing a live where it was titled like showing, like where Candace was showing Summer's things and scrapbook and stuff, and supposedly her birth certificate. I went through that whole thing and I never saw the freaking birth certificate. Daisy's such a freaking scammer. How are you going to put in the title that birth certificate was shown when there was no birth certificate ever shown? Like, I kept going through that, like, because I was like, oh, cool, let's see this birth certificate. This is going to really, we've all wondered. Really, it is what it is? I saw you earlier. Oh, no, I saw you over at Timu's. That's right. I think. Hey, Mary. I wish I had an E to give the Wolfie sound. Oh, really? She did show it, but you couldn't see it? Oh, really? Is that true? Imagine about her looking like his sister? He does seem to have some weird, like, fascinations with his sisters in inappropriate relationships. Oh, yeah, it was just the footprint paper, not birth certificate. I did see that. Is that what she was trying to pass off as a birth certificate? I think some people are afraid to unsubscribe and then subscribe because it will screw up. I'm worried about that. Does that screw up people's memberships if you do that? Some people like their memberships to say, been subbed or been a member for 24 months or whatever, So that is all she showed. Does anyone else feel like they want to just punch Can't, can't. I agree with Don B that there seems to be like a focus on PR type, trying to make themselves look better. It basically was they tried to do it basically a month before they started, like very, very, very late to the party. Jam. I mean, I'm not talking about Jam this time. I'm talking about Don and Candace were extremely late to the party. They decided, a couple weeks, 2 to 4 weeks before their court date to start like doing things to look like a caring family. Don't they think that's going to look obvious? Right, Imagine Peace. I'd like to know too, because I wonder. Oh wow! Was it the African boys? Is that what? No, that's Civil War. That's about a refugee camp or something. What's this about? Put this on. Can't be new info.
What is going on? What's the latest? Let's spill the tea. Let's spill the coffee. What is the latest Summer Wells news? Well, I can tell you something very strange brewing in the background here that we might not be aware about, but the Wells media manager, Tim Mullen, with the Wells might
Yeah,
be showing signs of what's going to come with their boys being taken away. They themselves posted looks like a new picture
mostly
of
not 20
one of
years
their
later
boys
though.
at
Hit the like.
maybe his new home. Maybe his new home. New pic. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. What is going on here in the Summer Wells case? That looks like a new picture. New, N-E-W, holding, what is that, grapes? Cherries? In front of a house. A red rancher home. A nice home. What's going on here? So it says, Josie, Jesus Wells, we continue to pray for you. You are a leader, even though Summer kept you in your place. Someday, when you read this, be reminded how much your parents, your family, and thousands of friends all love you. If you choose to do sheetrock, you can be your dad's boss. What? What? Thank you for watching over your brothers. You're a special young man. God always wins. And this was just posted on the Find Summer Wells Facebook page. Assuming that's Tim Mullen. But it seems like Tim Mullen, who I assume is running the account.
That's the picture I was trying not to show, but I walked away, so at least it was a blurrier picture, I guess. Yeah, it is an older picture. I did see proof that it's an older picture. But I think it's still interesting for the reasons that, like, Well, RJ was pointing those out yesterday. Hey, Diana. Yeah, it's definitely an old picture, but it's still interesting what Tim Mullins is doing. It's just I is that why all of a sudden, like a month ago or something, he said or how long ago was that? That he too said he was done talking about Summer Wells or from here on out, he's not working for the family. He's just what he says on the site is his own opinion, blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like that was all set up to try to keep the Wells out of some shit for bullshit that Tim Mullins puts on the internet and then acts like it's his opinion and not the Wells. Oh, I'm sure he might have thought it was recent. I thought so at first too. But I bet Josie looks way like bigger than that now. I bet he's like, I don't know. He just looks like he'd be kind of a big kid.
Because he comments on his post as TM. The official Summerwell site. We know about this. Facebook page. It seems like Tim Mullen has been in desperation mode lately because the amount of posts that he's been making
What the hell?
in reference to the boys being taken away makes me believe that the boys are about.
What the hell? Oh, there's pictures down here too. 2 years ago today, the Wells introduced Summer Wells and her family to the world on the Dr. Phil show. The program would air in November. It was one of the most painful weeks, twisting between love and intense grief as Dawn and Candace were missing their 4 children in deep despair. The sacrifice was worth the anguish because it gave worldwide attention to Summer Wells. We tried our best to keep Smiles active, but much of it was forced. The reality was a pain that only Amber Alert Will he stop with the Amber Alert families? That only Amber Alert families can understand, as well as the second loss of the DCS flinging the boys into the vortex of their chaotic, outdated system that the Tennessee government was bordering on shutting down and resetting at this time. No, they're going to say things like, oh, we need a whole revamp of the system. Like, everything needs to start over from scratch. That's never going to happen, Tim. Do you understand? I mean, come on. Do you understand the magnitude at which you're speaking? Look how outdated the Hawkins County Sheriff's or their legal system is. Four wonderful, happy children enjoying the greater Kings Point area in Northeast Tennessee. This was before Summer Wells disappeared and before DCS made the boys lose all they knew. We all love and pray for you daily, Josie, Wyatt, and Waylon. Okay. What about Summer? We pray for you too, Daly's little Sum. Look how cute she is. Let's be straight. The Wells boys were taken during the chaos of traumatic panic and emotional upheaval in the parents' life and the boy's life. And DCS had never worked with an Amber Alert family. Are you sure that DCS had never worked with an Amber Alert family before? Is that true? Somebody just sent me information on Brandon. It says under custody status, supervised custody, but I'm still like on Vine link is what it's saying. Supervised custody, supervision type, probation, supervision status active. Blunteville, probation and parole. Anyways, that's interesting. Thanks for sending that to me. I still want to check to make sure that he's really on. What I'm concerned that the fact that somebody was telling me that they were somehow it was going around that he was on unsupervised. I hope that's not true. Put down Don's glass pipe and the kind of I don't know. Are glass pipes for crack? I thought that was for like meth. I thought crack was like a metal pipe. I don't know. There's probably glass pipes too for crack. Who knows? We're involving my grandkids. We're currently dealing with a true injustice by DCFS. Them claiming the boys were unjustly taken really pisses me off. Oh man. Sorry to hear that. Focus on October 19, 2023 is going to be a good time for Summers Justice. If you guys did not watch my reading yesterday, for the collective over on Empress Ziggy, you should watch it. It does have Summer Wills in the title because I changed it so people could find it easily because I had no idea Summer Wills was going to be brought up. But it was extremely interesting. And it was actually saying, if you believe in that kind of stuff, it was actually saying there's that all of the time that we've invested in this case is going to pay off and that there is going to be success, that there is going to be arrest. It looks like, and it was saying very soon, which is usually within very soon. I don't know, very soon to me, definitely within 3 months. I mean, I don't know what very soon is considered in tarot, but it was like literally coming up as like the next thing happening is somebody being arrested. That would be wow. Can you guys imagine what this community would be like, or what it's going to be like if Don and Candace go to trial? That's going to be insane, and I will be there for some of it for sure. Hey, Genji. It's going to be wild. Yeah. These do not apply to the Wells. Oh, look at these X's. I saw this. I was like, he's got to be kidding me. Look. Okay, he's put an X. The X he's saying does not apply to the Wells. And the very first one is physical abuse. Oh, X does not apply to the Wells, according to Tim. But the next one is the more blatant and obvious, like you want to be like, oh my God, are you freaking blind? He stated that neglect does not pertain to the Wells in this situation when it comes to the boys. And neglect is categorized as a failure to provide for a child's physical survival needs to the extent that there is harm or risk of harm to the child's health or safety. This may include, but is not limited to, abandonment, lack of supervision, lack of adequate nutrition that places the child below the normal growth curve, lack of shelter, lack of medical or dental that results in health-threatening conditions. I don't know about health-threatening conditions. And the inability to meet basic clothing needs of a child. In its most severe form, physical neglect may result in great bodily harm or death. Tim, do you really believe that that the house did not have, let's see, abandonment, lack of supervision? You think that they have supervision? Okay. And Summer Will's just like, they have no idea what happened to her. Lack of, and I'm sure that was just like a one-time thing. They just so happened not to be watching Summer that day, just that day. But any other time, they always are supervising the children. I'm sure, right? Let's look on the other two. SA. Well, we don't know any of that for sure. Psychological harm, which he says does not apply to the Wells. A repeated pattern of caregiver behaviors or extreme incidents that convey to children that they are worthless, flawed, unloved, unwanted, endangered, or only of value in meeting another's needs may include both abusive acts against a child and failure to act, or neglectful behavior when age-appropriate action is required for a child's health development. It can occur as a part of a one-time incident, but is usually chronic. Well, I don't know of absolute proof of this, I guess, but I'm pretty sure DCS has some information on that. Sorry, I'm looking at your guys's. Yeah, on the Vine link thing, it does say that Brandon's custody is supervised. Sorry. So I've got some other cool surprises too that I'm been coming up with. Well, I've been kind of with some other people thinking about some things that are coming up with that I might be doing. We might have some exciting things in the works. But let's see. We want our boys in the Kingsport City School System. Don Wells. Father of Summer Moon, Utah Wells. I thought you weren't speaking for the Wells or conveying anything for them anymore. And I thought we already decided that they wouldn't be going to the Kingsport school system because they don't live in Sullivan County. Durr. I mean, he could want them to go to Kingsport City Schools all day long, every day. And even with the boys there, they still wouldn't go to Kingsport unless you got some kind of a special allowance, but you'd have to drive them there every day, which I think you have to drive them to school anyways out there, don't you? There's no school buses. Exactly, it is what it is. Hey, Sherry. Summer was her brother's hero. At the end, her brothers will be her heroes. And yes, is yeah, and that's the thing is like too that some people, well, that like some people like Tim fail to state is that Dawn can't talk to the boys, or they're not allowed to talk to the boys. It wasn't something that happened. It wasn't something that happened like overnight. It was several incidences of them calling, allegedly calling under the influence, arguing while on the phone with the boys, talking to them about things they weren't supposed to. There was several, and bringing up Summer when they weren't supposed to. There were several things over and over again, and Tim's trying to paint this picture like, no, it was there was nothing like that. They're just picking on poor Dawn and Candace, and they're an Amber Alert family, and how dare they? They've already suffered the great loss of a child going missing, which is absolutely horrible. Side note, absolutely, probably one of the worst things you could ever experience. But for some reason, Dawn and Candace don't seem to act phased by it. For whatever reason, you guys can, fill in the blanks there how you'd like. But to me, it doesn't seem normal. But yeah, there's reasons why they're dealing with the things that they're dealing with. They've been giving more chances than probably most people get. Yeah. I think it's funny they ever talk about missing all the other kids that got taken, only this group so they can scam money. Hey, Rhonda. Don Wells, wish in one hand and shit in the other so you can see which one gets full the fastest. I'm skipping. Oh yeah, caffeine, especially the caffeine does do a number on anxiety for sure. All right, guys, I have to go because I've got to use the bathroom and might as well make it the end here. But I know I say this all the time though. I'm afraid to say it and not do it. Let's go live on my other channel, but I guess I will see how I'm feeling. And I don't have a co-host right now, so I need to get off here and can see why they never get exactly hit the like. I'm sorry, Candace. Oh, there's probably more likes than that. You probably just have to refresh. I guess I didn't put the do the poll thing where someone go up so they can't. Do. I just. Woohoo! Now 86 likes from what was it? Just a few to 73 to 86. Yeah, I think you have to refresh to see the updated likes. I don't think it updates in real time on the screen. I know, right? Jim was in here earlier, I think, wasn't she? But RJ hasn't been in here this evening, I don't think. Not here. He was on the other channel. I might have to work tomorrow. 90 likes. Now it went down. Go pee and we'll be here when you get back. Gosh, it's feeling hot in here. Hold on. Let me see what it's set at. It's only set on 68. Well, it was weird because they gained a lot of, well, Candace did anyways. They both have gained a lot of weight recently, but at first Candace lost a lot of weight, which I would too lose a lot of weight if my child went missing because I wouldn't be able to eat. I just know how I am when I get stressed or upset. So I thought, well, maybe she is really, mourning or grieving or whatever, silently. I don't know. But recently, they just put on a bunch of weight out of nowhere. No, the heat is on right now. And all right, if you guys want to wait like for a few minutes while I get a drink and stuff, and here, I'll play let me see here.
Of comfort. Shop now at sleepnumber.com.
Okay, this is
About to be taken away
AOR.
from
Hopefully he
the
doesn't
Wells. He's calling out
put this on here.
DCS. He claims they're Amber Alert victim families. He claims the boys are taken against their will. He calls them out. He calls them out. Why is Tim Mullen doing this? Because I can tell you, by calling them out like this, bring them home, time to bring them home. And then he posts lots of articles about what he claims is dysfunctional DCS, how the whole DCS, how it's dysfunctional and there's corruption going on within the DCS. It sounds to me a little bit like he's on desperation mode, and something is about to happen in reference to the boys being taken away. Lots and lots and lots of posts. Why is Tim Mullen doing this? And is he doing this on his own? Because I can tell you, and I stand by my reporting before about Tim Mullen's role with the Wells. Is he rogue? Is he working with the Wells? Is he working with law enforcement to extract information from the Wells? What is Tim Mullen's role in reference to the Wells? He also made this post recently. Apparently, Tim Mullen wants to sue some people. Apparently, he's looking for a lawyer. Look at this. Tim Mullen writes, narrowing down the list. The lawyer needs to be located between Abington, Virginia, and Knoxville, Tennessee. We are talking with a few, but are still open for any suggestions and or recommendations. Hashtag Amber Alert families. Justice for the Wells family. Missing persons family. Find Summer Wells. Lawyer needed. I am looking for a professional lawyer I can recommend to the Wells. I'm requesting this on my own, not as a family spokesperson. The lawyer must be skilled in defamation cases, blackmail, false representation, privacy issues, be the official lawyer for the Wells for working with DCS, private matters, and likewise represent the Wells for the ongoing Summer Wells case. Naturally, pro bono is a dream worth dreaming for such a national high-profile case, but reality may require otherwise. The Wells are in desperate need of an independent professional lawyer. Send me only private messages. Tim Mullen. So, what is Tim up to? What is he trying to do? Or is this just an attention-seeking post? Do you really think a lawyer is going to want to represent the Wells cheaply? Lawyers actually represent anyone on any price. What's the price? But do you really think that? The Wells have put themselves out so much of their dirty laundry and their shenanigans and their nonsense and their wildness on YouTube that I think it would be impossible to civilly, successfully, anyone can sue anyone for anything, successfully sue anyone for anything that comes their way, period. And even Tim Mullen. But where is Summer Wells? For people that aren't familiar with Summer Wells, he's been missing since June 15th, 2021, the longest lasting Amber Alert in the country. Don Wells, prime suspect, I say that, was told, have proof and documentation that law enforcement has told me that Don Wells is the prime suspect in the disappearance of his own daughter. He's not cooperating with authorities. There's an olive branch with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office for Don Wells to come in and be.
He's so lucky. He's going to be getting his 100,000 plaque with YouTube. Congratulations. That would be amazing. I'll hit that someday. Just watch. Yeah, I don't think that somebody's going to a lawyer, unless they just want to get their name out there. I mean, it wouldn't put their name out there in a good light because they wouldn't win the case, and so it would make them as a lawyer look bad. I don't think that any lawyer is going to take it on pro bono because they know it's not a slam dunk at all. Like, it's like a slam dunk guaranteed loss. So what's the point? Why would a lawyer waste all their time working on that case that they're for sure going to lose? Does that make sense? The only way somebody would take it is if they get paid. Well, JLR is never, he's never I think he's too busy to worry about that kind of stuff. He's always on the go, you know? Maybe, which I could do it now. No, I couldn't do it now. Well, maybe if I stayed around the area, somewhat close around the surrounding states and stuff, I could do what he has done. Even with that's if once I get to a position I could. That would be awesome. And people can get mad and stuff, and well, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. JLR's not lucky or anything. He just shows up at these places that other people don't. Just like when I showed up at Fred Hills when nobody else won't. So, if you have halfway decent communication skills, you could do the same thing. I don't see unless they were paid, and a lot of lawyers, even paid lawyers, a lot of times, won't even take it, even knowing that they'll get money, it's, guaranteed money, even if the money's paid up front or whatever, because what lawyer would want to work on a case that they know they're going to lose? Like, that sounds boring as hell. Right? He can go to Knoxville for his drugs, though, that's for sure. That would be awesome, Candace, but I don't know. It would have to probably, yeah, it would take maybe by this year or next year this time I'll be able to do something like that. But I definitely don't see something like that happening within the next 6 months for sure. I didn't even get to go to Tennessee in this last June. So that would be the first 6 months I've missed since, because I've been there every 6 months for the first year and a half. Casey Anthony's lawyer. Well, Casey Anthony's lawyer, I guess maybe there's some kind of, how much money do you think, how much money could Don actually get? Who's he going to sue? Us YouTubers? Is that the whole idea? I mean, with the defamation thing, so they must be saying that people are putting out information that's not true about him. Or defamation. Defamate, as Daisy would say. Today, she literally was saying humble for humble. Humble. She kept saying it over and over again. People really should humble themselves. So I'm making a list of Daisy's words to help Justin with his parody. Defamation. Or what's her word for it? Defamation. She says defamate. What's some of her other words? You guys help me with her list. Oh, with a list here. Right, Pearl Strand, that's true. A 20K retainer. I'm sure there's people that would help them. Well, maybe. They could probably get it if they started like a GoFundMe. I bet that there's $20,000 isn't like $1 million or something. It's, if they could find 20 dumb people to donate $1,000, or maybe they could find 10, or maybe 5 like more wealthier people. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy, country girl. Oh, there you go. The devil. Devil's another word. The devil. She has all kinds of crazy. She every day has words like that. Oh, no, Rhonda. Today she was saying humble. People needed to humble themselves. And she definitely does say defamate. Absolutely does talk like that. And then Sasquatch. Eric Castrata. Yes, she does. Every day, all day long. Don't make me get out the examples. But I kind of feel like you're trying to get me to, so I talk about your buddy so she can, keep going back and forth and claim that she's being bullied. Drome instead of drone. Okay. Justine is going to be so happy about all these words that she gets to add to her vocabulary. Or pearls, I should say. Daisy Basham. Yeah, instead of defamation of character, she says defamate. So I got drone instead of drone, double instead of devil, defamate instead of defamation, humble instead of humble. Today, like 10 times, probably more times in her live. I don't know, because I only watched for 5 minutes when Timu was streaming her, and she literally kept saying humble over and over again. I thought that it had to have been a joke. Like, is she doing that on purpose? Oh yeah, the John Bonet thing, Sean Bonet. Yeah, she does say Sean Bonet. Instead of Jean Bonet. EQ search? Is that what she says? EQ search? Is that how she says it? EQ search? I think PG's grammar is more PG is, she just cusses a lot. That's her issue. Or I guess that's her grammar issue, if you want to say. I don't know. She might mispronounce words. I don't think it's as often as Daisy. Daisy's is ridiculous. She just, I know, Rebecca, I do too. And I think it's only fair that he explain this whole thing and why his son, didn't have hearings, regular court hearings that like any other person would. Sentence enhancers. My daughter says, that's how I express myself. Because I just don't understand where my daughter gets it. I don't talk like that. Begging suit instead of bathing suit. Oh, he's already ended it. I know I'm not going over there and watching. Oh, she ended it too.
What's the recipe?
Seriously, we don't care.
This picture here,
Oh,
and then Don's own words. Let's listen to Don's own words.
I already knew, and I already knew that she was put into a car and taken from here.
Yeah.
I knew that from day one. I knew that from the second that it happened. But trying to explain that to the police is like trying to talk to a brick wall.
Why didn't you explain to the police that the vehicle she was put in happened to belong to you guys? And it was your wife Candace putting her in there. I'm sure you did know from day one, because you probably got a phone call or you called Candace, and you guys knew exactly what was going down the whole time it was going down.
this is that picture that Don says that he was crying because he was saying something like because he knew it was going to be like one of the last times he was holding her or something. That was a very strange thing to say. Oh, you did, Shiva? Absolutely. Let me tell you something. She likes to say, what you don't know is, absolutely. Yeah, what do they have her in? Is that, they must have just got back from church or something. It looks like I don't know what that outfit is, but okay. Sheba, you have an intimidating voice, naturally. But now I know, now I wouldn't have thought that, if it would happen now, I wouldn't think you were being aggressive at all, because I know you better now. Oh, is it the dress from the barrel video? Wow. Hold on. Now you got me just interested, because I know that. It's going to take a lot of scrolling, but it's here on the Find Summer Wells site, so I noticed I saw it yesterday. I think I'm almost to it. Yeah, there it is. You're right. That is the same dress. And I'll show that here in a second. I'm just. Wow. So that's, Is this the same day? Oh my God, you might be onto something with that. And this is this, you know, in that picture is when he says he knew that he wouldn't see her again or something. Does it have anything to do with this video? And look, there's Dudley's yellow vehicle out there too. Right in front of for sale barrel, that's just strange. But oh, hey RJ. Yeah, we were wondering about you earlier, but so that is the same dress. That's a good observation. I mean, in the video, she doesn't have pants on underneath. I guess I never had noticed that. Oh, I think she looks like the same age here. To me, her head's shaved. We don't see her head being shaved before she was 5. Like, we haven't seen any pictures with her head shaved anyways. To me, she looks like it looks exactly like the same. She looks the same. Like, it looks like it could be the same day to me. Like, did they just get back from church or something and or somewhere, and after that picture she took off the pants and went outside because so the pants didn't get wet? Yeah, I don't think that they look different age because we don't have any other. Have you seen any other pictures of her with her head shaved before 5 years old? The only time that we've seen any pictures with her head shaved is right before she went missing. A few months before she went missing. That's that same dress though. So how would she be wearing that dress in this picture and in the other and in the video? Like, the dress doesn't look like big on her or anything. It looks like it fits her just fine. And then you go to the video and it's the same dress and fits her the same way. So I don't think it's 2 years difference, but 13 days before she went missing. They might have shaved her head. I don't know. They shaved her head to the only times I've seen pictures of her head shaved was when she was a few months before her going missing. I mean, they might have shaved it over again or something. I think I'm gonna no, Kathy. I seriously am gonna get off here soon. I was just staying a little bit longer for you guys. Yeah, that's why I think that this picture was taken right before she went outside. Like, because it was raining outside. Like, it looks like to me like they just got home, and because when she went to church, she wore pants under her shirt or her dresses for some reason. And it's raining outside in that video, so it's almost like she took the pants off before she went outside so the pants wouldn't get all soaked because she's splashed jumping around in water and it's raining. That's my theory, but it also could be, different times. I mean, I'm sure they didn't have tons of clothes and stuff. See, I think this was right after that picture. I mean, that is really surprising to me that they will let her get her church dress dirty like that. When I'm sure they didn't have very much clothes. I don't know. You hear Don talking in the video? Yeah. I know, Candace. I was wondering that too. Like with Dudley, his vehicle there, unless like he met them after church. I don't know. Who knows? That'd be something I guess we could ask Don, but of course we can't count on him for the truth anyways. Donna claims Candace took this video. There's music that plays in the back of this, but it's okay. D-O-U-N-C-O-Y, girl. Country girl ain't scared to get dirty. Covered in mud, still looks pretty. Got my heart spinning like a tilt-a-whirl. Country girl, sweet to see on the inside, but make her mad to show you that rebel side. And she looks willy, wailing and Merle. Ain't nothing like her in this whole wide world. She's a country girl. Yeah, we don't see his white truck. It could be a completely innocent video, you know? It could be just an innocent video. They could have had that barrel at the bottom of their driveway or something for, I don't know. Nobody goes by there, but maybe they had it at the bottom property out there where there's more traffic. I don't know. I guess it could be a million different things. It does not feel like it's Sunday to me or going into Sunday. Pearl Strand, I still believe that's very, very, very possible too. It's definitely one of the top 3. I don't know if I could even pick like a single theory that I would say is like my top anymore, because I mean, constantly I think of things, I'm like, well, that sounds like possible. Dudley said he left his vehicle there and rode to work with Don Wells the day of this video. Oh. Don said this is a barrel which a local company gets spray foam insulation chemicals in, and they sell the empty barrels. What did people use the barrels for? What would be a reason, or what would be, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure some of you in the chat would know, what would be the uses of those barrels? Right? Pearl Strand, so many creepy people. I agree. Burning trash. Oh, okay. I live 1 hour from Hawkins, and no joke, I'm about ready to go shake Hawkins County down. Her corruption at its highest level over there. Summer deserves justice. Too many bad apples. Yeah. And then while you're at it, while you're shaking Hawkins County down, ask Ronnie Lawson how come his son's case was never, out there for public viewing like any other case. How come there's no hearings listed on the Hawkins County website for Brandon Lawson, but there is every single other person on that website that I pulled up? Every single one I pulled up so far all has a place for hearings, but Brandon Lawson's, it's just, there's no tab that says hearings. Wonder why that is. Because they don't want the public to know that the hearings were private. And he got a special date during the week, where they call it special court cases. That's what they call it. I'm serious. I talked to somebody close to who works in that county very closely to Ronnie Lawson. And they have a special, this person said they call it, I think the word was special. There's an actual word for it, where special cases are seen. Cases that are more, for whatever reason, either like high profile or something, there's certain days they handle those court cases. I think there's a day in the week that most court cases are in Hawkins County, but special court cases I think are on Thursdays or Fridays, if I remember right. I know, right, Rebecca? I was thinking the same thing. Granger County. Yeah, that was the wording. She said that they even have a name for it. And I believe she said, I said back in October of last year when I first started going over Lawson's case, Brandon Lawson. And I was really into looking into all this stuff. And then Jim passed away like a couple weeks after Brandon was arrested. Or not arrested, but, well, we don't know when he was arrested. We just know that he was sent to jail with some magical court date that nobody knew of. Thank you, thank you, thank you to the anonymous person who just sent the cash app. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If his last name wasn't Lawson, would he be out already? Yeah, hush hush cases, you mean? Yeah, do you think those that do math crack care about burning in a chemical barrel? Well, I mean, a lot of them, yeah, probably might not be. I don't know. Some of those cooks, like they have to. Some of them have to be pretty good at it, I suppose, because otherwise you're going to blow up shit. So, yeah, better figure it out and be safe about it. Yeah, Brandon Lawson's out, and I wonder, and I'm curious to know if his wife is staying with him. I'd like to hear, because his address is listed at the same address that he was at when he was put in jail, so, which is his marital home. Really? You hear Tim frantically looking for a lawyer, don't you? It's been going around that Don and Candace were questioned again recently about something that one of the boys told. Wow. Yeah. Well, once the... Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just for being you, says Candace. Candace Hardwick. She just sent a Venmo. You're so sweet. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. PG told the chat. Sometimes, so it's hard because sometimes PG does have like really good info. Sometimes she does have actual good info, but sometimes like you're like, okay, because she'll run with whatever she hears sometimes. So He is on the SO registry. He is. We were just looking that up. He's supposed to be on it for the rest of his life. Brandon's wife is still with him. How does PG know? I thought she hasn't talked to Dawn anymore. Well, I do know she was talking to Allie and them for a while, that's another thing I'd like to. There's some type of communication between Prayer Garden, the Sissy Bible account, and Allie. When True ran away, like Sissy, I think it was Sissy, wasn't the Sissy Bible account that was sharing stuff about True like way before Summer went missing? The 19th. Yeah, I hear the 19th of this month is a big date. So we have 4 more days. 16, 17. So Thursday. This Thursday, if it leaks to the public what happens in court, then it's going to be the talk of the community. Good night, where's Summer? Remember what Lawson said? What's that, Teresa? And then JLR. JLR probably made enough money on the gosh, he's been to so many. Which one was it though? I can't keep them all straight. He's probably. I'll just say this: in the past like month or so, he's probably made enough money to retire. They had to remove the judge, so it got reset to the 19th. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, I remember Ronnie Lawson did say something about we should be getting an update very soon or something like that. Well, let's get one card to see how court is going to be Thursday for Dawn and Candace. I just want to see what I get. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. That doesn't sound good. That sounds like bad luck to me. Either that or no movement forward. Let's see. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're going to be heartbroken. And I see a woman judge, so in the cards. The Three of Swords comes up after the Judge card of the Queen of Swords comes up, and it Three of Swords is about heartbreak. So yeah. Yeah, I got the Five of Cups right after that. That's pessimism. That's disappointment. But in a way, wow, the Eight of Swords. That's my prison and jail card. Yeah, it doesn't look good on, but at the same time, it's almost like it looks like they're almost like relieved because it's over with. Well, the court case, CPS stuff, anyways, with the boys. I don't know. Maybe they will get jail because I got the Eight of Swords. It's a prison jail card, but I don't know if that's even a possibility. Is it? I don't think it's even a possibility. This is just for family court. So it probably means more so like being stuck. I haven't paid their child support. Have they not paid it? Yeah, I could see how Eight of Swords could be self-deception because you don't want to see the truth. So, yeah. Because in the picture, the person's eyes are covered. Wilson made the statement 1 or 2 days before his anniversary when Fred got arrested. Yeah, but then didn't we have... Wasn't there some kind of like 2-year thing by TBI, but it was like a nothing burger, really? Wasn't that like a few days after or the day of Summer's missing, or the 15th 2-year anniversary? No, not wanting to face the truth. That really makes sense. And it looks like the next card I got after that was the Page of Pentacles and Knight of Rods, and that's like I'm thinking the Knight of Rods is probably Tim coming in. That's the hero card. You know, somebody coming in trying to play a hero. So it does look like Tim is not going to stop, according to my cards. She has a channel? Robin has a channel? Grand jury may already have sealed indictments. Maybe Daisy can be Can-Can's character reference. She will tell the judge, look her in the eyes. Right? Look her in the eyes, Judge. Can't you see she's a caring, loving mother? Devil eggs mine, the devil eggs are mine. I need to record that for my stream deck. Oh, really, Candace? Right, Teresa? I concur. I'll have to, I don't know, maybe I'll go live on my... Nah. Scratch that. Just act like I didn't say that. But everybody coming in that wasn't here earlier, be sure to check out my new website. It's Scrolling Nightbot is putting it in the chat. Not the well, you can access it through Link Pop, but you have to, in order the actual website. I have a blog now, and you can comment on it and comment on my writings and stuff. And the things I talk about, it's going to be, who knows what I'll be talking about. So, yeah, the website's a work in progress, but I thought it'd be cool. Heard what, Sheba? What did I do now? Did I say something out loud I shouldn't have? Sheba Mom, you kind of grew on me, thought you were kind of bossy when I was a Bush baby. She has a intimidating sounding voice. If you catch her on panel, that's what we were talking about earlier. But she's actually really very much the opposite. Oh, I see what you're saying, Sheba. You were supposed to act like you didn't. Anybody here of Grandis is in Tennessee? No, I haven't heard. But why do you think she might come down for the court hearing? What month was it? It was wasn't it August when the boys got taken away? August 2021. So I think that the Don and Candace have had actually more time than most, because don't they usually 2 years is what I hear. 2 years is the end all be all in CPS cases. By 2 years, you're supposed to have made a lot of progress or something. I don't know. It seems like a ridiculous amount of time that they couldn't even freaking get. I just don't get it. I would have had that shit done in 6 months. I would have been freaking, well, as soon as it could have been done, at least. I don't know how long this stuff they gave you. I'm guessing it couldn't be more than 6 months. Like, well, I guess it depends on the accusations. I would think it would be your, I mean, it's not like they're 20-year-old parents anymore. Don's damn near 60 years old. If he can't, if he can't get it now, he's never going to get it. 60 years old, acting like a freaking 20-year-old. Couldn't even stop drinking or do something, be responsible enough to get his kids back. I mean, I understand, like, when Summer first went missing and stuff, maybe, like, the first year, I don't know. Here in a couple weeks, it will be a year since Jim passed away, and it does not seem like a year. So I can imagine if a child going missing, like, or being taken away, a year later, it would probably seem like, I don't know, if you're grieving and stuff like that. I'm trying to think if I had been put in a situation like right after Jim had passed, with CPS and needed to, I'm trying to think how I would do it. I mean, I would say at least it'd be really tough. It would. But I would say after a year, you would really start getting on the ball towards getting your kids back. If you were, let's say, as a normal parent grieving, their child being missing and possibly no longer alive, that would, for most parents, that would be crippling. It just doesn't seem to be doing that for Don and Candace, so it's hard for me to use that as an excuse as why they, it's over 2 years now and they've completed basically nothing towards their what's the plan called? Reunification plan. No, I never saw any grief. That's why it's hard for me. I try to put myself in their shoes and stuff, but I can't because they aren't acting like normal parents. Like, I try to imagine myself, my daughter missing, But I guess I can't even compare that because it doesn't even compare how, I wouldn't even be functioning. I would be a mess on TV. I wouldn't care what anybody thinks of me. My child's missing. That's going to be on the forefront of my mind, and I would care less what people thought of me as long as they're looking for my child. If you know that you are innocent and you know the truth, God knows the truth, then what's the reason to hide? Or what's the and plus, like, I understand, even if your child's, or even if you're, haven't taken a shower in a week or whatever because you can't sleep, you can't function, I'd still go on the news. I will not freaking care. And I know it's easy to say, being, coulda, shoulda, woulda, but I know I would be on the news. There would be nothing keeping me from the news for 2 weeks like Candace. That does not seem normal. I would not sit there and be worried about people's opinions and them thinking that I did something. No, that wouldn't even cross my mind because I know I didn't do anything. Yeah, but supposedly there's something weird. Aww. That's what I was always told too, very early on. By the person that Cher screwed up. I had a really good source, and she was telling me, you know, very early on that they were wanting to adopt the boys. I don't know about all three because there's one of them that's had more problems, but I don't think the goal was to try to keep them all together, but one of them just has a lot more issues than the other, allegedly, from what I hear. It was very telling to me when Don complained about the search helicopter. Yeah, what did he say about it? I'm trying to remember. What do you do? Complain about the noise or something? I wouldn't be able to sleep anyways, so bring on, an army of helicopters, a freaking whole slew of them over my house. It wouldn't matter. I'd already be going mentally insane anyways. I wouldn't be able to sleep. So I already know that. It would be torturous. Thank you for the anonymous $5 cash app. Somebody sent me, Tim got knockers and twists while she would have. Wait, what? Oh no. So whoever sent me this screenshot, can you show me all of it? It's cut off. Hold on. I'll show you what I'm talking about, but I want to see the whole thing. Somebody just sent me something. Oh, this doesn't. It won't let me scroll in. But Tiffany says it wasn't fake. I just chose not to send it. Has anybody ever told you that the check was a troll? It's like you think it bothers me. It bothers all of you. So, and you can't read the rest. So Tiffany's trying to say that, the check was her trolling people. It wasn't fake. I just chose not to send it. Tiffany, that's not how it goes. It was a fake check because you led people to believe you sent it in and cashed it, that it came out of your account. Remember me says, oh, it does bother you. You lied and made up an excuse no one believes. We believe the carrot rumors BK spread, not the community. Okay, we believe the rumors BK spread, not the community. What does bother community? You lied in Summer's name, or even if we believed your excuse and was a troll, then you trolled in Summer's name using Summer's reward fund. That's what the community finds disgusting, and we as a community will not let you forget. You standing on your, let's see, I can't. Standing on your self-imagined pedestal, bully and do whatever else you do, just saying. Maybe it's not really cut off. Maybe it just says it bothers all you so much. Wasn't fake. I just chose not to send it. Has anybody ever told you that the check was a troll? It's like you think it bothers me. It bothers all of you so much. No, it doesn't bother you, Tiffany, because you don't have any type of like empathy, or what's the word? any type of empathy. Or you don't think like normal people. It's a problem, Tiffany. And how many times have you been told that in your life? When are you going to start seeing that maybe it's you? Literally, Tiffany, how many times in your life, by family, those around you, have you been told that something's a little off? I'm sure you've been told that many, many, many times, and not just from people on YouTube. So, why do you think that is? Always some kind of excuse. Oh, it was a troll. Like, always an excuse. If I came up with that piss poor story on her panel when she summons me up there to answer for myself, do you think that freaking, if I told her, oh, I was just trolling, Tiffany would freaking throw a bitch fit. Oh, so you use Summer Wells to troll the community? I could totally hear her saying that. No, Tiffany, you did. You just admitted in the screenshot you did. And you used Summer Wells to do it. I feel like, to me, I feel like Benny uses Tiffany to do his dirty work. Now that he's, on thin ice with the courts and stuff, he still does some really stupid shit he shouldn't be doing, especially when he's in his situation, his legal situation. It's really, really, really dumb. Besides committing it. Nobody likes to scroll back, country girl. That takes too much work. It shouldn't be too much work, though. We don't have that many people in here today. When a narcissistic, a narcissist admitting only she is allowed to have a double standard with the chat controlling. Exactly. If I was a supporter of hers and took up for her over that check nonsense, only to find out she lied, I sure as hell wouldn't support her anymore. Yeah. There is so much too on Tiffany. There's way more than just that track. And absolute proof too. It's not like the bullshit people try to say about me and show no proof. Oh, Ziggy's a scammer. Today somebody sent me a screenshot of somebody some troll saying, hold on, let me see. I'll pull it up. Hold on, let me oh, I might be out of storage. Dang it. One second. One second. I'm editing it so nobody can see who sent it. Okay. The only reason why I'm showing this is just because nothing else really to talk about, and it kind of came up. Somebody sent me this Gundam princess. I thought you made a deal with someone to go live every day to pay back the loan. Do you let everyone down? Grow up, girl. This is called life. Whatever will your daughter become with you as a role model? Okay, but the first one the one that I want to comment on is this first one. See the things people say that are just like, there's so many things like I could prove with several people in this community. Tiffany Marie, there is so much proof out there. But then you have people like this and the CJs saying shit that are complete lies and showing no proof. What the hell is this person fucking talking about? Can somebody please fill me in? What fucking loan are they talking about? And when did I say I'd go live every day to pay back this imaginary loan? What the hell are you talking, Godung freaking princess? Gundun princess? Yeah, the loan has been paid since, what was it, January or February of this year? Where have you been? So they just make up shit out of their head, like out of nowhere. Didn't you promise to go live every day? What the hell? So now my trolls are giving me shit because I'm not going live every day. But yet at the same time, they're trying to ruin my life by calling CPS, putting in false reports, all kinds of bullshit. But yet they want me live every day. I can't win for any, doesn't matter what I do. Thought you go live every day. What? I might have said something like that like a year ago when Jim passed. Like, I don't know. But that loan's been paid back for freaking ever now. Oh, you responded, Dee Dee? Yeah, they don't want to hear that though because they know that. They know that. They just want to put out whatever they can to try to. And people run with it and believe it. And so, all right, guys, I'm going to go. It's been almost 3 hours. I stayed an extra hour longer for you. It was fun though, so I don't regret it. Yeah, they miss me when I'm not live. Yeah, plus she got more than her money back. Country girl, I got screwed in that whole thing. Bad. She's actually ahead. $700. She actually owes me $700 because she reversed almost $1,000 worth of charges. All charges that went through where her card was connected to my PayPal. Any charge I made through PayPal was she reversed, and it was like $1,000. So she got that back, plus she got back the money, the $7,200. Yeah, if you want to get technical, she owes me money. I have to pay that shit back. I have to pay on that stuff. I mean, I got the product, and somebody has to pay for it. She reversed the. She got the money back by fraudulently saying that it was a fraudulent charge when we know that is not true. She probably is. It is what it is under a different name, or I don't know. She got taken advantage and all that too. They used her as a way to a pawn against me, and then it just all unraveled. I did that to you, even though the truth came out. Yeah. Yeah, it is fraud on her part. They should have never encouraged her to do such a thing, but I mean, it was a criminal encouraging her to do this shit. And I was too broken to really go back at anybody. And they knew that. They knew I had just lost Jim and I wasn't going to have the energy to go at them. Hey, Shannon. You're just now getting here. I was literally just about to get off here. I know, right? Nicely done. That was very strange. And I keep checking on that situation too to see if anything changes with it. Like I pull up that girl's name every once in a while. Yeah, I'm getting off here, Shannon. It's like 2 a.m. here. And yeah, I've been working on my website. I was thinking about winding down and working on that. If I do, I mean, there is a small chance I might go live on Empress Ziggy, but I don't know. It is 2 a.m., so. Well, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you so much to those who donated and are helping support the channel. is so very much appreciated. And I will talk to everybody later. Have a good night.